Hello everyone, welcome to Politics Today on Channels Television. I'm Sheon Kimbaloe. The past week began with some ugly incidents. First, from the nation's capital, Abuja, where bomb blasts struck the Nyanya Park, killing about 70 people and injuring scores more. And on Tuesday, gunmen invaded a school in Chibok, Borno State, in Nigeria's northeast region, abducted about 200 schoolgirls. The search for these schoolgirls is still ongoing. President Goodluck Jonathan visited the site of the Abuja blast and has said efforts are being put in place to end the insurgency in the nation's northern region. The delegates at the national conference were bitter about the incident and have been speaking on ways to stop the attacks. Some of them have prescribed several solutions ranging from closure of borders with Cameroon, Niger and Chad. The delegates have also asked that technology should be used in tackling the situation, while others are simply saying the federal government should increase the numbers of military personnel deployed to the area. Since the delegates at the national conference are looking for ways of resolving the challenges confronting the nation, chief of them is the insecurity issue. The question is, can the national conference decipher the real problem of insurgency and prefer a lasting solution to the menace? Today on the program, we shall be looking at the national conference and its ability and devising ways of solving the insurgency. Well, let me give you an idea of how some of these issues started. The Boko Haram issue. A lot of people are saying, what do they really want? Who are these people? Well, the trend of the activities of the Boko Haram started at some point in 2009. We actually saw that it was established in 2000, and in 2002 it was founded, and the Boko Haram sect activity sprung up in 2009, and the first attack that we saw of that group was in 2011. And in May of 2013, state of emergency was declared on 3 states of the Northeast, Borno, Adamawa, and Yobe State. From 2011 to 2013, we've seen over 4,000 people killed in Boko Haram-related killings. And in 2014, since the year started, over 300 people have been killed already. Very, very terrible situations, I must say. But now the situation is the delegates are talking, they are debating, they're looking at so many problems that is confronting the nation. This insecurity issue is a major one. On the program, I have a legal practitioner, a political analyst, and a delegate to the national conference, Barrister Goddy Uwazurike. Thank you for joining us on the program.
Thank you very much.
I would like to ask you, the floor of that particular chamber, if I must call it like that, how did it come to delegates at that particular conference when you heard on Monday that in the same city where you are sitting for the national conference, Boko Haram struck a motor park, killing over 70 people?
You know, most of us got to the chambers that morning. That's when they had it. Those who had the opportunity of listening to the radio or watching the TV also had it. But we're afraid for those who were living near that place. You know, we stay in hotels. Some of the hotels are after that Nyanya. So we're all worried. And then some of us thought maybe the national conference is under attack. In other words, those who want to make sure the confab does not hold have gone a step further. So when they were prescribing all those solutions, you take it as the anxiety of people who want to see things go right. Like the man saying, the delegate saying, look, why don't you close the border? And I was wondering, there is really no border between Nigeria and Cameroon, Nigeria and Chad, because they have the same people living on both sides. And they move freely from one country to the other. As a matter of fact, most of them don't even understand there is a country different from where they stay. The same thing stretches to Adamawa. So for them, it's just one place.
All right. Just before we look at some of the things that the delegates actually were prescribing as solution to the problem, of course, before the conference started, there are a plethora of problems confronting the nation: insecurity, economic issues, political issues, which everybody is thinking that the national conference stand to proffer solution to. Can the national conference, from the framework that brought the national conference to fall, can it actually give a solution? Does it have the political will or the muscle to be able to frame up something that can bring solution to the problem?
Well, you know, we have broken up into committees. From Tuesday, we all start sitting at committee levels. One of the committees has this task of securities. And most of those people, they're either retired officers of the Secret Service or the police, and others who don't have experience. Because like the chairman said, you don't have to stay in the one where you're an expert. Why don't you go to another place? We believe they will proffer solutions. Remember, Mr. President set up that confab and pleaded we should help him find solutions to the various problems bedeviling this country, whether political, whether security, whether educational or not. And that's what most of us actually set out to do. Yes, you have a minority who will come up to say there is no Boko Haram. Why should you blame Boko Haram? You look at that person, you wonder whether the person dropped from heaven or from hell into Nigeria. Then you have somebody who says, well, I don't know, let us investigate. You ask that person, where have you been? People are dying every day, and we are looking for solutions. So most of us are committed to finding out the root cause and the possible solutions.
I mean, the committees that we're looking at, of course, as you said, there is a security committee now, and we have a lot of ex-police officers, ex-police military men in that particular committee, and people who have served this nation as either ministers or in one capacity or the other. With the framework that what we have, do they really need any form of legal backing to be able to bring the solution to the fore?
No. You know, the whole thing that Mr. President has done is to invite us as individuals to come and discuss and help him. Anybody is free to consult. A governor is free, chairman of a local government is free. So you don't need any legal framework for what we are doing or for what we want to do. We judge or we discuss. Also, there are nothing
the reason why I asked this question, the issue of what will the end product of a national conference amount into? Will it going to be subjected to a plebiscite, a referendum? Exactly, the question is, at the end of the day, if there is a possible solution that is brought to the fore for the insecurity challenge, how will it be helpful?
Well, our task is just one. Proffer solutions, including drafting a brand new constitution, and hand over to Mr. President. We have no business going outside the office of Mr. President in whatever we're doing. If Mr. President, in his wisdom, wants to carry the brand new constitution, he knows what to do, which is to go to the National Assembly. Majority leader is always there. He actually speaks for the government. Now, if what we have discussed has something to do with security, Mr. President does not have to go to the National Assembly. It is within his purview to work on it. If it is something that has to do with the judiciary, the Chief Justice of Nigeria will now receive it, not from us, but from Mr. President. The National Assembly did something. The executive itself will also have all kinds of suggestions, which will have 490 of us from various walks of life, from different backgrounds, from different kinds of passion. If we have looked into it and they don't look at it, then you have betrayed this country. We are not there as party members. We are not there as antagonists. We are not there as anything other than a delegate who has come to Georgia. One of the ironies, of course, you have in the conference is that there are some people who say they don't believe in the conference, but they are there. I remember one professor saying, this thing will come to nonsense. He's the deputy chairman of a committee. So even if you don't believe in it, why are you there? The answer is very simple. That confab has taken a life of its own. And as long as people believe something good will come out of it, we, the delegates, will work extra hard to make sure we don't disappoint the people.